In Destiny 2 Season of the Splicer, Guardians team up with Mithrax, the founder and Kell of House of Light. While we have had fallen allies in the past, Mithrax oozes Arbiter vibes, and I can't help but want to play as a fallen character. While I think it is extremely unlikely that we could ever play as the Fallen, I'm still interested in whether Mithrax could become a Guardian. Could Mithrax wield the light? Even though Mithrax is called Kell of Light, as far as we know, he's not currently a Guardian. His connection to the light is for another reason, which I'll explain shortly. In this video, I'm going to break down this idea of Mithrax becoming a Guardian, and I'll also give you some other background lore about Mithrax to get you started in Season of the Splicer. To understand whether Mithrax could become a Guardian, or in general whether any Fallen could become a Guardian, we need to understand the requirements to be resurrected by a ghost. Within the lore, there is no requirement that you have to be a human to become a Guardian. I mean, we already have non-human Guardians, such as Exos and Awoken. However, I guess you could argue that they are human variants. When a ghost describes the process of resurrecting a Guardian for the first time, it is often a feeling. Ghosts seem to be able to sense when they have found their partner. There are multiple records of ghosts being able to sense personalities, and in fact it is more than just personality, it is closer to understanding someone's soul. The best description of this comes from the Ghost Hunter lore entry. Have a listen to how a ghost describes selecting a Guardian called Cyrell. Cyrell ended up being a very nasty Guardian who hunted down other ghosts. Have a listen, it reads, "His name is Cyrell, and Cyrell called me Strain. I found him on the far edges of Mercury, in a valley that the Vex transformation had never reached. He seemed resilient, unwavering, old and wise. I'd searched so long for my better half that I didn't hesitate. If I considered but one moment more, I might have sensed how tired and burdened and tangled his soul truly was, and I would have left him in peace." As you can see, Cyrell's ghost regrets the decision to revive Cyrell. While ghosts seem to innately understand who they should revive, they do occasionally get it wrong. The Dark Age, where warlord guardians abuse their power, controlling settlements outside of the last city, is further proof of this. It would also seem that ghosts don't judge a potential guardian based on their past life. Crow is a good example of this. He's become an excellent guardian despite his actions as Aldrin. So there is nothing that I know of that would prevent Mithrax from becoming a guardian. I mean, he would need to die first, but in general, it is possible. In my opinion, the Fallen are perfect guardian candidates. They worship the Great Machine, the Traveler, and have previously had their own golden age where, like humanity, they were touched by the light. In the new lore book, Achilles Weaves a Cocoon, Mithrax's elixir name, is speaking with another Fallen and hopes that the Fallen can once again be empowered by the light and the Traveler. Have a listen to the lore entry and also light. It reads, "Mithrax's primary eyes shine. I'm an older kind of splicer, those who look for the light in all things. Maybe the right kind of splicer can weave two peoples together, as the Awoken tried to, in the Reef. But the light is not in all things, it has left us. Why look for the light when you can see so clearly who it favours? It was in us once," Mithrax reminds him. "It could be again." Overall, I would love to see a Guardian Fallen, and Mithrax as the Kell of House of Light would be perfect for the role, as long as he dies at some point during this season. With all this said, you might be wondering, if Mithrax is not a Guardian, why is he the Kell of House Light? Mithrax's daughter, Ido, named after Sior Ido, provides some insight into why Mithrax is Kell of House of Light. Have a listen to the new lore entry Superconductor from the lore book Achilles Weaves a Cocoon. It reads, "When she answers, she sounds annoyed. I'm Ido, daughter of Mithrax, Kell of the House of Light. He is close to the light because he is close to the light bearers. My father walks beside the guardians of the Traveler." So Ido explains that Mithrax is Kell of House of Light simply because he is working with guardians. with light bearers. While this is true, there's another reason to why he is the Kell of Light, and this relates to him being a sacred splicer. Splicers are bioengineers and body hackers among the Fallen, and Mithrax has modified his arm to include a splicer gauntlet. This gauntlet is able to interact with residual light in the environment. Light is everywhere, including the Vex domain, which is why Mithrax can use the gauntlet to interact with the Vex domain. Mithrax and those of House of Light have a deep faith in the light and the Traveler. However, according to the Cryptarchy, the splicer technology is just a simple tool. Have a listen to the lore tab for the splicer gauntlet. It reads, "After studying one of the few splicer gauntlets that fit non-elixir hands, graciously created by Mithrax, Kell of the House of Light for select residents of the last city, we have determined that the wrist-mounted gauntlet is little more than a converter that can be used to focus trace amounts of residual light already present in the environment. A trained splicer can use their gauntlet to interface with any latent data networks in the vicinity. This allows the bearer to access technological mundanities as well as deeper, infinitely more protected networks, including the Vex domain itself." So, this makes for a great dynamic in Season of the Splicer. Mithrax is utterly devoted to the light, to the Traveler, to the Alliance, to humanity. However, some within the city would argue he is no more than a fraud. He is no more special than any other Fallen. And to be honest, this kind of thinking just leads me to really wanting Mithrax to become a Guardian and truly wield the light. And with that, I hope you have enjoyed this latest Destiny 2 lore video on Mithrax. If you'd like to dive into more Destiny lore, you can subscribe to me over on my YouTube channel or follow my Twitch and Twitter at Myelin Games. As usual, it's been a pleasure. Peace.